today's topic, you write how to determine residential status of an individual. This point we are going to clear now. How to determine residential status of an individual. So only individual. Others are not connected here. Others are different calculation, but especially with individual, you will find some calculations are there. Number of days, how many days he is in India, then how many days he is outside India, all these things. So there is a very beautiful calculation. Some steps are there. I'll be telling you that. So number one you take, because there are three. Number one, what was? Resident and ordinary resident. Number two, resident but not ordinary resident. And number three, non-resident. So these three items, how to determine? Let us take one by one. One by one. Number one, what is number one? Resident and ordinarily resident. Let's take that. Resident and ordinarily resident. This we shall clarify now. Resident and ordinarily resident. How to determine? What are the points? This thing we shall make clear now. And once it is clear, next will be automatically clear. Let us make this clear first. Resident and ordinarily resident. Tomorrow I advise kori asu ketiba kiba, if you sometimes suppose miss the class, you go by my videos. Actually all items are, step by step you have to learn. One chapter depends on other chapter, one class depends on other class. Okay, now here I'll be giving you two steps. Step one, you write, step one, find out whether such individual is resident in India. First you determine whether he is resident or not. Then you should determine whether he is resident and ordinary resident or not. The step number one, determine he is resident or not. And step two, if such individual is resident, if such individual is resident, if such individual is resident in India, if such individual is resident in India, then find out whether he or she, you can give he or she is, whether he or she is resident and ordinarily resident in India. whether he or she is resident and ordinary resident in India. Or you can write whether he or she is ordinarily resident in India. That means step number 1 was you have to test whether he is resident or not. And step number 2, if he is resident in India, then find out he is ordinary resident in India or not. Then one more line you can write here. However, one more line you write. However, if such individual is non-resident, if such individual is non-resident, then no further investigation if he is non-resident, then no further investigation is necessary. So these are the steps. You have seen step 1 and step 2. First step. Step 1, you find out whether he is resident in India. He is resident. Then you find out whether he is ordinary resident or not. If he is resident but not ordinary resident, then he will be resident but not ordinary resident. And at the very first screening, if you find he is not resident, then don't calculate, don't go for any other investigation. He is non-resident, gone. So 2 steps. First 2 steps. Find out whether he is resident in India or not. If he is resident, then step 2. Find out he is ordinary resident or not. But if you originally find he is non-resident, then second step is not necessary. Okay, this much is clear. Still some more points are not clear to you. This is only step 1, step 2. You cannot find it by looking at this. You should ask me, sir, how can I find whether resident or not? You should ask me a question. How can I find that? This question should come to your mind, isn't it? So for that I am giving you some points. For that, I'll be giving you some points. I'll give you first 2 points. You understand also? I'll give you 2 points. 2 conditions. If any one of these conditions is fulfilled, then he is resident and ordinary resident. So let me give you 2 basic conditions. I am writing you any one. I am not writing the full basic condition 1. Basic condition 1, or in the act it is given basic condition A, like this they have given. I will give you 2 basic conditions now. If 1 is fulfilled, then it's okay. 2 basic conditions I'll give you. Basic condition 1, he is in India. He is in India. He is in India for a period of 182 days. or more. Basic condition number 1. He is in India for a period of 180 days, 82 days or more. Clear? I told you a number of days. This is number of days. But there is suppose he did not fulfill this. Then for him there is another chance. Okay, I am showing you. Basic condition B. One more I'll give you. Basic condition B. He is in India, right here. He is in India. Suppose he is in India not for 182 days. Less. Then second condition. He is in India for a period of 60 days or more. For a period of 60 days or for a period of 60 days or more. Let me write this side. 60 days or more. Let me write the rest here. He is in India for a period of 60 days. See, earlier was 182 days, but he is not there for 182 days. Okay, he is giving another chance. He is in India for a period of 60 days or more during the previous year. During the previous year. So, he is in 60 days or more during the previous year. Okay, there is one point I have not written here. One point is missing. I am just showing here. See, number 1 condition, he is in India for a period of 182 days or more in the previous year. Please write during the previous year. Please write here during the previous year. This is missing. Condition 1 is 182 days or more during the previous year. Suppose he could not satisfy. Then condition B. Condition B, he is in India for a period of 60 days or more during the previous year. 60 days or more. And 365 days. And 365 days or more. 365 days or more during 4 years. During 4 years preceding the previous year. So the second basic condition is there. Previous year he is for 60 days or more, not 182. But 4 years preceding previous year. Altogether in 4 years, he is in India for 365 days. These two basic conditions are there. If he satisfies anyone, no problem. He is in the first exam is passed. But there is another exam. In this another exam, there is another exam. I am very afraid because it will fall down here. Another two conditions, both these two conditions. I'll give you two more conditions, and those conditions must be fulfilled both. So name of the condition is, please write additional condition Roman 1. Additional condition Roman 1. I'll give you two conditions. These two conditions must be fulfilled. Roman 1. He has been resident in India. He has been resident in India. He has been resident in India in at least 2 out of 10 previous years. In at least 2 out of 10 previous years. 2 out of 10 previous years preceding the relevant previous year. Preceding the relevant previous year. This is additional condition number 1. Additional condition number 1. But I'll give you one more additional condition. Number 2. Additional condition number 2. Right? Additional condition number 2. Additional condition number 2. I am writing here only. Let me rub it. Additional condition number 2. Please write. He has been in India. He has been in India. He has been in India for a period of please write, go on writing, for a period of 730 days or more. Period of 730 days or more. For a period of 730 days or more during 7 immediately preceding, during 7 years, immediately preceding the relevant previous year. Immediately preceding the relevant previous year. Immediately preceding the relevant previous year. So actually formula already total formula is given here. Let me explain just. First point, you have to go by 2 steps. Step 1, you see he is resident or not. If he is not resident, then he is non-resident, no need to go for further investigation. But suppose he is resident, then go by 2 types of conditions. 2 types of condition, there are 2 basic conditions and 2 additional conditions. Out of basic condition, 1 must be fulfilled, and out of additional condition, both must be fulfilled. Both must be fulfilled. Then he is resident and ordinarily resident in India. Clear? Resident and ordinary resident. Number one, he has to fulfill any one of the basic conditions. And then he must fulfill both the additional conditions. Now suppose, very simple now, if he satisfies any one of the basic condition and he does not satisfy additional conditions, both, right? Then he is resident but not ordinary resident. A person satisfies any one of the basic conditions and regarding additional condition, he satisfies none or one. Then he is not coming in category 1. He is going to category 2. Clear? And suppose there is a person who does not satisfy any of the basic conditions. Then he is non-resident. How is this? Clear? Non-resident. So I have given you, condition wise I have given you two basic conditions and 2 additional conditions. Regarding basic condition, the person has to satisfy at least one. Then come to additional condition. Regarding additional condition, if he satisfies both, then he is resident and ordinary resident in India. Suppose regarding additional condition, he does not satisfy both. He satisfies only one or he satisfies no one. Then he is resident but not ordinary resident. And third, suppose a person does not satisfy any of the basic condition. Then no need to test for the additional condition. He does not satisfy basic condition only. Not only one, not even one. Then he is non-resident. Hope you could understand it. And number of days you remember, number of days etc. given, that calculation remember, and you see the video once again and we shall again discuss if there is any doubt. Thank you.